Hey guys, Twigs here. So we're going to be checking out a video from a content creator I have nothing but mad respect for, which is Braxophone. He is a great content creator. The man makes fantastic guides, even character guides on Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, and it looks like he's going to be definitely diving into Wuthering Waves, considering the title of the video. So please, in the description below, check out Braxophone, hit that like button for him, hit that subscribe button for him, and while you're at it, hit that like and subscribe button for my video. Hitting that like button helps get the video out there. Hitting that subscribe button helps us build a community over here, helps build the channel. So if you can do that for me, that would be fantastic. And also, you'd be subscribing to more Wuthering Waves content from myself, and I am going to be definitely streaming Wuthering Waves later today after this video drops. So definitely hit that subscribe button to be aware of that. And without further ado, let's check out who the top 5 Wuthering Waves 4-star characters are. I have a few guesses, and I'll probably guess along the way. I'm going to assume Baiji, Donjin, Mortifi, and maybe Yang Yang on there too.
Resonator this, resonator that. Have you ever resonated with the idea of quitting gacha games forever and experiencing real life? Well, if you haven't, then welcome to my YouTube channel. Wuthering Waves just released, and with it, an entire cast of characters for you to get to know and love. And Yanwu. Because Wuwa is a gacha game, you'll need to make sure to spend your resources efficiently.
Very true.
Leveling the best characters. My name is Braxophone, and today I'm going to be going over the best 4-star characters that you need
especially
to
if you're free to play.
Wuthering Waves.
If you're free to play, resources are
Sometimes
precious.
What you need in a gacha game is a Pokemon trainer. Baiji is the free-to-play healer they give you towards the beginning of the game, but what they don't tell you is that she's f***ing broken. Arguably, the healer class is useless if you just don't take damage, which you can do a lot of the time. If you do take damage though, Baiji is the GOAT of all time. Her skill heals, and her heavy attack, well, it speaks for itself.
God, she's playing.
When Mother uses her Resonance Liberation, she heals the entire team and gives 4 stacks of Remnant and Titty. Oh fuck, goddammit. Anyways,
Yes, she is a fantastic healer and a very unique healer, and also does buff a little bit when it comes to like attack damage and all that stuff. But goddamn, her titties are just, they're like an entity of their own on her chest. They just constantly move.
name's not important. You get 4 Glacio attacks, one every 2.5 seconds, even if Baiji is off the field. But arguably the most important thing about Baiji is that her outro skill gives an extra damage multiplier to your team for the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, there's the damage
Your
multiplier.
characters with 14 seconds of field time will get full uptime on that bonus damage from the Deepen effect. On top of that, your whole team can get an attack buff from her skill as well, and once you get her to S6, she can give your whole team Glacio damage bonus. Not only is Baiji an insane healer, but she's completely free and a top-tier support unit with top-tier personality. Have you ever...
Yes, a top tier personality, and we know what you're talking about. But the other thing is that you also got to consider is that Baiji is one of only 3 healers in the game, as far as besides Genshin. Genshin can do some heals, but she's a 5-star character. The other healer is also a 5-star character in Verena. The only other healer that's a 4-star character is Tao Chi, who also heals and shields, and also does some buffing as well. But Baiji's advantage is that she is given to you relatively soon and for free, and still is a good character. So Baiji being number 5 on the list makes sense.
Wanted to be an indestructible force on par with US military-grade tanks and ground infantry while also experiencing trillions of dollars in debt? Well, now you can! Except instead of trillions of dollars in debt, it's just your HP. Blade in Wuthering Waves takes the form of a really cute anime girl with a sword and insatiable bloodlust. Dungeon's main mechanic is losing HP as she attacks with her skill and gaining it back with her heavy attacks. By using her skill in combo with different attack strings, she does different combo finishers that have certain effects. like increasing her damage dealt to marked enemies.
She is so
When she
nuts.
activates her Resonance Liberation, she becomes more angry than Genshin players at Anniversary rewards. The number one thing that makes Dungeon stand out, aside from her HP drain mechanic, is that she just does a ton of damage. And because she gives back HP with her heavy attack, she ends up being a perfect character for soloing content and stands proud as one of the best DPS in the entire game. Now, the downside is that she's risky. If you're not so great at dodging and parrying, she'll fall over pretty quickly since you're playing with her HP.
That is the thing that, and like I said in my video where I reviewed the Pride 1 tier list, Donjin has the ability to be one of the best characters in the whole game. You just need to take the time to master her kit, her gameplay. If you can master the art of balancing, draining your HP, and being also able to counter and dodge perfectly, and work on recovering your health at the same time with her charge attacks, you have a character that can just basically, as you saw and you can see here, solo the content in the whole game. She is a character that rewards the time that you take to master her kit.
But overall, for really good players, she ends up being top tier. High risk, high reward, especially for a 4-star. Her outro skill also gives Havoc damage bonus, which will be nice for future Havoc damage dealers. Overall, Dungeon is an incredible character. This is Sanhua. I prefer to call her Kamisato Ayaka. Not only is she one of the most fun characters to play, but her damage is pretty dang significant. Her kit is
I also really like Sanhua.
You swing sword, do big damage. But there's one specific part of it that stands out from the rest of the characters, and that's the heavy attack window. When you swap into Sanhua with an intro skill, use her resonance skill, or use her resonance liberation, Sanhua creates a group of icicles that sort of just chill there. When you use Sanhua's heavy attack, you'll notice that there's a bar at the bottom of her screen with some parts of it being bright blue. You want to align your heavy attack with that blue bar, and after you've done that, all of her icicles will detonate, dealing a ton of AoE damage. Basically, this means that you just have to have a little bit of trigger discipline to play her, but she rewards patience and timing. With that said though, her blue bar can expand when you finish a basic attack combo, use her skill, or her liberation, so it's not super unforgiving as long as you understand how it works. Sanhua is fast-paced, and being that she's a Glacio unit, she was bound to be pretty cool. Okay.
Oh my god, Brax, you and your fucking puns. But yes, this is a character I also spent a lot of time with during the closed beta test. She is really cool. She is really good. And pairing her up with Baiji, who, as you saw earlier, does buff Glacio damage. Perfect pairing. And Sanhua works as a really good main DPS, especially when you're creating tons and tons of crystals. And then combining that with the charge attack that shatters all of them, doing more AoE damage from the explosions. Really good character, and I'm really happy that, and this is going to be a theme you noticed here, and there's a reason Brax made this video. The 4 stars in this game are really good, and even some of them are on par just with the 5 stars as well.
I'm sorry, that was the last one. She may not be free at AR42, because she's free for logging it, I forgot to mention that, but she's a reliable DPS character that has some of the highest damage at launch. And unless there's a limited ice DPS character that does a ton more during the time you start playing, Sanhua is absolutely worth building. The only thing better than 1 gun is 2 guns. First off, this dude has to be one of the most unique designs I've seen. Bro is a red-haired scientist who's like part dragon or something. More like dragging these enemies to the Shadow Realm.
That was bad.
Looking for a scriptwriter to save me from myself. Mortife's damage is mortifying. He's a 4-star fusion character whose damage is crazy on its own, but he's also one of the few sub-DPS characters in Wuthering Waves right now. He's like if Xiangling and Xingqiu blended together, since he's more oriented towards fire damage and does a lot of it off-field, but does damage on hit with your other teammates. The only thing Wuhua Xiangling doesn't have is elemental reactions and Guoba. Not only does he hit hard with this skill, When he uses his Liberation, he launches coordinated fusion damage attacks with whoever is on field using their basic and heavy attack. He adds quite a bit of damage himself, and that's without even mentioning his outro skill, which gives the next character you swap to a massive 38% heavy attack damage bonus. With extra sequence nodes, Mortify gets even stronger, with a team-wide attack buff and also the ability to trigger his Liberation coordinated attacks on ally skill uses, which makes him work alongside so many characters as a top-tier sub-DPS.
Yes, and like he said earlier, his outro skill also buffs charge attacks. So, for example, if you manage to pull the monk chick, Jian Sin, when you already have Jian Sin's forte meter full, and then you swap to this dude, fill up the outro skill meter, and then swap back to Jian Sin, and then pop her forte skill with the charge attack that does the AoE thing while creating a shield for you and your team. She is doing AoE damage. That's a charge attack. He buffs charged attacks and does those coordinated attacks. It's a perfect match when you combine Jian Sin with Mortify here. It's amazing. This dude is so good.
Okay, so I know Rover isn't a 4-star, but hear me out. Most MCs in gacha games are mid as fuck. There's exceptions to this like Harmony Trailblazer and HSR, but that's after a much needed upgrade. So even though the MC is usually a 5-star or the highest rating, it's not really indicative of their power level, and they're free, so. Anyways, Rover in this game is unironically good. Not just for damage, but also for supporting techniques. I'm not going to talk about Havoc Rover here, but specifically Spectral Rover is amazing. Their outro skill is a 3-second time stop, which lets you dish out damage unconditionally and also gives you time if you need to generate gauge, heal, or just use an echo. On top of that, all of Rover's sequence nodes are free, and the fourth one makes Spectral Rover into a healer, giving the whole team HP back, scaling on Rover's attack stat. And at S6, Rover has Spectral res reduction on enemies. Let me tell you, it is incredibly rare to find resistance reduction in Wuthering Waves, especially at launch. So for Spectral damage dealers present and future, S6 is an incredible buff. Now if there was a 6th character...
He's 100% right. MC characters in any gacha game are usually super lackluster or mid. And Rover here, they are actually a really good character. I've been using the Rover for a good period of time now, and I've been happy. And what the Rover also has is the ability, like he stated here, time stop. It's super helpful, super unique, and right now the only character that can do a time stop. Super happy. And also on top of that, not to forget to mention, other than Verena, they are currently the only Spectro character in the game that you get. I mean, obviously it's the MC. You get them right out of the gate. So unless you get Verena, this is going to be your only Spectro character.
Character in here, it'd be Fischl as a Discord mod. This guy can summon a pillar called a Thunder Wedge, which is effectively an AoE that lets your teammates proc extra coordinated attacks of lightning damage. The nice part of it is it's his skill, so he doesn't have to farm for energy to get the effect up. His Resonance Liberation gives your whole team resistance to interruption, and looks like Chidori merged with Detroit Smash. The value of Yuanlu is helping to deal more overall damage through interrupt resistance and at S4, a shield, while also outputting his own damage as a sub-DPS. He's a great unit overall, and he wasn't supposed to be in this video, but I ended up talking about him anyways. Whoops. Let me know
I haven't actually tried him yet.
Favorite, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Good video. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to try out Yanwu. I didn't even get a chance to try him out in the beta. I just never got really an opportunity to play him because I was trying to play so many other characters that caught my eye. But really good video, and like I said earlier, the 4-star characters in this game are for the most part really good. But he did pick out the outliers that really stand out. Donjin, Baiji, Sanhua, Mortify, who is absurdly good as a support / sub DPS. Mortify is insane. And 100% agree, The Rover is also really good. They are an outlier as an MC, and when you compare the MC in this game to other MCs in other gacha games, for example, Lumine or Ether in Genshin Impact has been terrible, with the only outlier being the Dendro version of the main character in Genshin Impact. And if you look at Honkai Star Rail, the newest version of the Trailblazer in that game is an outlier. It just breaks the mold. But if you compare the Trailblazer to her other counterparts, Fire Trailblazer is just mid, and Destruction Trailblazer is terrible. And I'm not sure how it is in other gacha games when it comes to their MCs, but I'm pretty sure it's the same. They're either terrible or mid. So, really good video by Braxophone. Really trying to start that conversation of who are we looking at as 4-star characters to build and work around when it comes to our team compositions. So, really good video. I liked it overall. And with that being said, definitely head down to the description below. Check out Braxophone, hit that like button for him. He's a great content creator, great guide maker. And while you're at it, hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button for me. Helps us grow a community and helps us build the channel. So if you can do that, that'd be amazing and I'd appreciate it. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching and I'll catch you guys later.